I'm Nina Matthews, and I want to talk about energy entrainment. Now, I could ask you the question, are you leaking energy, or are you allowing other people's energy to affect you, either by changing the atmosphere in the room? You know, when someone walks in, it's almost like a vampire, sucks the energy out, but that could make you feel sad or emotional or even shame. Now, this is important because we are actually energy first, and understanding how to manage your energy and entrain it is actually all about self mastery. And it's also to make sure that we're at the highest vibration that we can. Why? Because we attract back what we send out. Now, there's a lot that goes into that particular statement, but what I want you to understand is we all have a torus field. So a torus field looks very much like this. So it stems out around us. Now, this is a great resource from Dr. Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. But the very short summary is we need to be conscious about this, because all our thoughts, our emotions, all of our beliefs actually generate a energy vibration. Now, or self-helplessness, when we feel like we've got no energy, we're feeling really fatigued, that's actually really low energy. And anger is actually higher than that, because at least it makes us move. But any thoughts, any words we use that generate that idea of anger, frustration, resentment, scarcity thought, they're actually still very heavy energy. Dr. David Hawkins talks about this quite a lot in A Map of Consciousness. But know this, we go up a scale, and each time we go up the scale, even courage is about the middle of that map. When we start to get to forgiveness, love, compassion, reverence, ineffability, we're really started to pulling great energy towards us. Now, if we go back to that Taurus field, when I ask you to get conscious of your energy, we're really trying to get that energy field to grow. We do have to be mindful that as below, as within, so without, as above, so below. Now, these are all our thought patterns that have been conditioned, how we think, unconscious blocks. That is a whole discussion in its own right, which I actually work to and really spend a lot of time unblocking and unknotting those ties to our thoughts processes. But it all emanates from our energy. But there is something we can do to take control of that energy, and it's so important. And actually, one of the first things we can do is just recognize where we are. So get firstly conscious of what energy is around you, the torus field around you. And then if you feel like you are scattered, one of the simplest things that we can do is put our hand on our heart. Now, our heart, according to the Heart Math Institute, and somewhere I believe, is almost the gateway. It's precognitive. But we have lots of energy centers. You might know these through chakras. Each one of them has an energy vibration of their own. I tend to start with the heart because I do believe it's a portal to intuition and somewhere that we can get coherence from. Now, let me explain what that means. When we're in frustration and in anger, we can be incoherent. When we're in that incoherence, the torus field actually starts not collapsing, but it's smaller, and we can't really think properly. Our flow is really compromised. So by calling it back in through the heart and placing our hand on our heart, we actually calm the nervous system to actually signify it's safe to be in our body. We call it back in now. And so that simple touch and just breathing in for 4 and out for 6 and calling home all of the scattered parts of you, non-judgmentally, with compassion, call it home now. And as we breathe it in, just start to sense, feel or imagine joy, appreciation, freedom, all those feelings, but really feel it and sense it. Let that thought of something you really love glow, set a glow or light in your heart, and now think of that, magnify that. Do that for about 3 minutes and let that really emanate from there. I do this all the time when I go to somewhere new, and I make sure that I'm surrounded by this light of love. I don't ask for protection because then I'll need something to be protected from. But I will walk in and make sure that I hold my energy high. And whatever's happening in and around me, I'm the master of my energy. So that visualization or that heart coherence or congruence emanating from the heart is just one method that we can use. There are lots of methods we can use, such as tapping, which is like acupuncture to the nervous system, movement of the body, breathing, getting conscious. There are many, and they're the things I really work with my clients for, and I know I use on a daily basis. It really starts with befriending fear and avoiding burnout, but that's again a beautiful topic that I will be talking about very soon, doing some masterclasses on all of these things. I hope that's been helpful. I'm Neela Matthews from Awakening Flow. Hope to see you soon.